Every mind is a battleground. Some fall before they even draw their sword, but others rise like Arthur, pulling Excalibur from the impossible stone. Today, we journey through the 7 levels of mentality, from the ones who never made it to the ones who shattered the ceiling of human doubt. Level 1. The victim mindset. Traits: blames circumstances, avoids efforts, lives in complaints. The victim walks through life believing the world is plotting against him. The path is steep, the foes are many, but the greatest enemy sits within. A victim mindset is the deadliest mindset that a human can have. It just crushes you beneath your own expectations, your own complaints about yourself, your own lack of efforts, everything. It just haunts you day in, day out. But what you need to know is, it is because of lack of appreciation, lack of motivation, lack of good friends, lack of good family members. That's why it is. So what you need to do is, you need to surround yourself with people who appreciate you more, who motivate you more, who call you out on your bullshit, but they don't go back on appreciating you when you do good things, right? Because some people are jealous of you. When you do good things, they don't say anything, but when you do bad, they just jump on your bandwagon, right? So you need to surround yourself with the best people you can, and don't blame yourself for everything. If you blame yourself for everything, the consequences will be that you will have low self-confidence, you will have low self-esteem, you will not get the work done, you will not pursue your dreams, you will just sit in a corner and cry. So move on. A person stuck at level 1 loses before the battle begins. Level 2. The reactive mindset. Traits: emotional decisions, no long-term thinking, easily swayed. The reactive mindset people is someone like Mario Balotelli or someone like Ronaldinho from the football world. They only perform when struck hard at their heart. If they have a sense of revenge in their mind, if they have a sense of redemption in their mind, or they feel the need to prove something, right? So Ronaldinho partied hard, he drank alcohol, he was a bad influence in the dressing room. Mario Balotelli was the same. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect any of these players. They were great players, great technique, great legends of their clubs, but the mindsets are not something for the younger generation. Like Messi was not allowed near Ronaldinho when he was coming through the club because they thought that Ronaldinho might be a bad influence on him. So just like that, the reactive mindset people, they cannot do something long term. They don't have consistency. They don't have the strength of mind to do something over and over and over again the same way that they did the last day. Level 2 moves, but only when struck. Fire without direction burns everything, including the wielder. Level 3. The hopeful dreamer. Core traits: big dreams, no systems, inspiration without discipline, talks more than acts. The hopeful dreamers are the people of the world who dream a lot, but they don't act on their dreams. You know, there's a famous quote in Uncharted 3 that the dreamers of the day are dangerous people because they act on their dreams, you know, but these guys don't. People like a young J.K. Rowling, you know, she wrote Harry Potter, but she wasn't getting the publishing that she deserved. So she roamed around and she did nothing. But then, when she published Harry Potter, she knew what a masterpiece she had written, right? Now, people like in the sports world, football players, basketball players, cricket players, who are young, who are aspirational, who think that they can become the next big thing, they dream a lot, you know, they dream of playing in big stadiums like Old Trafford or in Cricket Wankhede Stadium or something like that, but they don't act on their dreams. Why? Because they think that dreaming is easy. It costs no money, it costs no energy, it costs no willpower, but acting on your dreams costs you everything. Level 4. The consistent performer. Core traits: shows up daily, learns the fundamentals, believes in the process. Now, the consistent performer is a type of mindset where you show up day in, day night for your dreams, for your goals. You show up every day. You put in the work, you put in the hard yards, so you can come out on top above everyone, you know. Because if someone's working 8 hours in a day, if you work 9, you have worked more than them. But the question is the consistent performer doing enough work in the right direction of their goals? You know, sometimes people like early years Kobe Bryant or early years Virat Kohli, they just put in the hard yards, but they need a specialized system to make all of this happen. The places they are now, Virat Kohli is the epitome of world cricket. How has he got there? He doesn't get there with only hard work. He gets there with the systems he put in place, the diet, the nutrition, the workouts, and the rest as well. The sleep is a very important part of any mindset. Kobe Bryant, he did not get to the top of basketball at a time because he just put in the hard work. He put in the hard work every day with a system. He had his rest days, he had his workout days, he had his goal planned. So the consistent performers' downside is they don't have systems. The consistent performer always shows up, but they need systems to reach the top. At level 4, the warrior sharpens his blade every day. The world still doubts him, but the cracks of greatness begin to appear. Level 5, the strategic thinker. Core traits: plans long term, reads patterns, emotional control. A strategic thinker adds systems to a consistent performer mindset. They think about things, they plan things, they create a system, and they execute. Someone like MS Dhoni is a great example of this because he strategically thinks about everything before he acts. He is also called Captain Cool because of that, because he has mostly never got a DRS decision wrong because he knows what's happening on the pitch, he knows where the players are, he knows whether the batsman will hit a outside shot or inside shot or leg side shot, offside shot. He knows everything. Why? Because he thinks strategically. The systems put in place for our life, comparably to sports, are somewhat more for our well-being and our hygiene, our health, our mentality, our mindset, because we don't need to make decisions every time. We need to put a system in place and let the system decide for us, so we don't exhaust our minds on the decisions of our daily life and we can focus on the things that really matter. Strategy is the bridge between effort and victory. The warriors study the battlefield, not just his sword. Level 6, the resilient one. Core traits: stands back up every time, uses pain as fuel, converts failure into blueprint. The resilient performers are like the evolution of the consistent performers and the strategic thinkers. How? The consistent performers perform every day, every night. They perform, they do the hard work, they put in the hard yards. The strategic thinker adds systems to it. And when you have systems in place and you work hard, you will fail at some point. So when you fail, only the resilient ones get back up every single time after failure. Examples are Michael Jordan, Rocky Balboa, Arthur Morgan, people like that. And if you want more from the fiction world, Batman is a good example because every single time a villain defeats him or his plan fails, which is bound to fail because he's human, then he gets back up, he devises a new plan, he devises a new strategy, he devises a new system, and then with the help of his friends or his team or himself, he gets the job done. That's how the resilient ones perform. So you need to be the resilient one in your life. Every time you feel like you're failing someone or yourself, you need to turn that into motivation. You need to turn that into something that fuels you towards your goal. At level 6, the mind becomes a forge. Hardship becomes hammer. Pain becomes purpose. Level 7, the unstoppable creator. Core traits: extreme accountability, builds systems, vision-driven execution, high emotional intelligence, transcends comparison. The unstoppable creator is the epitome of all mindsets in my opinion. This is a list created by me, so don't get anything personal here. But the unstoppable creator creates, he executes, he learns from his mistakes, he gets back up every time he fails, and then he executes again. So it's the simplest thing in all of the world to just do what you want, go towards your goal, execute a system, and if you fail, get back up and learn from your mistakes. Not most people do that. They don't do that because they don't have people who hold them accountable. They don't have themselves to hold accountable. They don't learn from their mistakes. They don't even count their mistakes as mistakes, Sometimes the people who are in the below categories, in the low categories of the mindset tree, they just don't think that they're making a mistake. They just go on with their lives. They just ignore their mistakes, But you have to hold yourselves accountable. That's the most important thing, and that's what the unstoppable creator does. He or she, they hold themselves accountable, and then they learn from their mistakes. Then they go again and again and again until they succeed. Prime examples are Kobe Bryant, Cristiano Ronaldo. If you want to go into the fictional world, Kratos is a great example because he left his old ways in Greece and then started a new life in the Norse realms, and he learned from his mistakes. He had to kill gods, but at the end, when he was fighting Thor, he realized that it's not about killing, it's about forgiving, So that's the main thing. This is the summit. The mind no longer reacts, it creates. The world no longer intimidates, it opens. The warrior no longer seeks applause, he seeks mastery of self. Every mind can ascend these 7 levels. Even if you're level 1, you can climb the stairs one by one from level 1 to level 7 in no time. All you need to do is you need to look at yourself and think, what do I need to do now that will take me to the next level? What am I missing? What is the key component that I'm not doing or I'm not integrating into my life that I need to do so that I can reach the next level? Where you are will not define you right now. Where you get to in 5 or 10 years will always define you. If you want more videos like this, join the journey. Let's level up together.